may be one of the reasons why Senator Obama chose me to be here today. So how do we resolve this? We resolve it by doing what we are petitioning for today, a compromise. A compromise that suggests that all of the parties have a valid point, but that we must reconcile as a party with the voters of Florida. And the way to do that is to grant the Ostman petition, to put our delegates at the convention according to that petition, and to move forward unified into the general election campaign. That respects the view of all those voters, those that turned out, those that did not, the campaigns for one candidate, the campaigns for another. But most importantly, it puts the Florida Democratic Party in a position to honor Floridians and to win the state of Florida for our nominee in November.
Thank you, Congressman. As the grandson of the person who coined the phrase "the happy warrior" when he nominated Al Smith for president, I'd like to send a special greeting to your constituents, who I'm sure are watching. And the next question is from Tina Flournoy.
Thank you, Congressman. And I have a question for you, and then I have a point of clarification for the co-chair, or a question for the co-chairs. And my question to you, Congressman, is very simple. Would you oppose full restoration of Florida's entire delegation with a full vote?
Thank you for your question. We are here arguing for the maximum number of delegates that your rules allow. Please understand, nobody was more upset with the committee's ruling last year to strip our delegates. Understand where we are today. The rule of your committee is that we Floridians have no votes. That's what this committee adopted. That's how you voted. We are here today asking that we be reinstated according to the petition of our Florida Democratic committeeman, and to be reinstated in a fashion in which the party can unify. Let us unify. Floridians from all different sides of the equation are asking you to give us the power to be unified Democrats. We're asking that you reinstate with respect to the maximum delegates to Florida under your rules.
So you would not oppose full votes, full delegation? Would you oppose it?
We have answered the question in this sense.
I don't understand. Yes. I don't think you have. I'm not clear.
Okay. The issue is, how do we become unified? You have an Ostman petition before this committee. The Ostman petition provides for a formula of which only this committee, not the Obama campaign, not the Clinton campaign, you have the power to determine, according to the Ostman petition, what the formula will be. We will respect that decision.
Thank you, Congressman. I think I understand your answer. And one clarifying point?
Yes, you had a point of clarification?
Yes. In your presentation, Congressman, you referred to the DNC staff, or DNC, saying that the candidates weren't required to, I forget your exact words, participate in the slating process. I think because that has been put on the table, we need to clarify what that is. And I believe that's the memo of October 5th. And if I read it correctly, I want us to be clear on it, since this has been asserted. It says, accordingly, since the delegate selection plan was not in compliance, presidential candidates' campaigns do not have to. It does not say they are forbidden to, they may not. It says they do not have to. Am I reading that correctly?
That's correct. You're reading it correctly, yes.
So in other words, you could have participated in the slating process, or you could have chosen not to, according to the memo that was referenced here.
Yes.
Thank you.
I think Congressman Wexler deserves an opportunity.
They may not. It says they do not have to. Am I reading that correctly?
That's a correct. You're reading it correctly. Yes.
So in other words, you could have participated in the slating process, or you could have chosen not to, according to the memo that was referenced here.
Yes.
Thank you. Excuse me, again, I don't want to belabor the point, but I really want us to be clear, because an assertion is being made that you followed the rules by not participating. That's not what the memo says.
I think the question has been asked and answered. I think when we get to our argument and discussion this afternoon, we can come back to it if that's what you'd like to do. Harold Ickes.
Congressman, thank you for your passionate presentation. Before asking my question, I thought it useful to note that 4 years ago, when there was a full-blown, hotly contested, multi-million-dollar primary, 750,000 people voted. My question is as follows. You referred in your remarks in connection with the Austin petition that it was a concession, and you referred to the number 19. And my question of you is, what concession is being made? And you imply that a different standard perhaps should be used.
With respect to the second part of your question, we could not be clearer. We support the Osman petition. That is the petition that you have before you. Also, what could not be clearer is that you have the power to partition and determine those delegates. What we are saying is that up to the number of 19, which is the maximum amount allowable under the Osman petition and under your rules, we, the Obama campaign, will support that effort. And we do so in an effort of unity. Why, Mr. Ickes, is it a significant concession? Because in the state of Ohio and the state of Pennsylvania together, Senator Clinton won a total of 19 delegates. And here we are today offering a resolution that brings Florida voters together.
Yes, Congressman. I gather that you do agree with the concept of fair reflection under our rules?
The concept of fair reflection? Mr. Ickes, you'll have to educate me on what the concept of fair reflection is.
And the next question is from Alice Huffman.
Thank you, Mr. and Madam Co-Chair, and to the distinguished panel from Florida. I've been enlightened today. I have a question that I'm a little bit confused on, and maybe you can clarify it. There are some of us here who might truly believe that the Democrats were not at fault for what happened in Florida. And as a member of the DNC Rules Committee and a Democrat, might be inclined to say that there should have been no penalty. And what I'm confused about is if that were to happen, why would that be disunity rather than unity in Florida?
Respectfully, I wish you had asked that question last year. Don't fault us, with all due respect, for creating unity in Florida amongst the competing camps, for coming here with a plan to unify Florida's delegates to treat us just like the Republicans were treated in Florida and give us the Osman petition.
Mr. Chairman.
You have a brief follow-up question, Ms. Huffman.
Congressman, you're very eloquent, and I was hoping that you would truly answer my question, because I am interested in the voters. I am not interested in either candidate. I am interested in the voters, and I'm interested in having a high energetic turnout in Florida. So I wasn't being cute, and I wasn't trying to be confrontational. I just don't understand why, if we were to vote, no, I didn't ask the question a year ago. I couldn't foresee such a primary a year ago. I couldn't foresee such interest a year ago. I didn't have all of the knowledge I have today to have asked the right questions a year ago. So forgive me for not being able to see that crystal ball. But here we are today. And here we are. I've gotten thousands of letters and emails from across the country, not just Florida and not just Michigan, requesting that they have their full vote, indicating that the Democrats did nothing wrong.
Well,
we are not the Republican Party, so we don't have to follow the Republican Party.
Correct.
So why?
You bet.
All right. Let's allow him to answer, and we are out of time for this portion.
May be one of the reasons why Senator Obama chose me to be here today.